Hey guys, Joe the Handyman here. It's a very hot day here at the Jersey Shore. I'm installing the deck boards on this deck that I ripped off. There's a video about that where the guy was pressure washing it and he just tore the whole thing up on the previous one. So that's what's going on. I wanted to just bring something to your attention today. Something that I see a lot, especially here by the beach on Long Beach Island, where you have a lot of homeowners that they rent out places. They, for the summer, they get a tremendous amount of money for rentals to be right near the beach. But there's something on Facebook that it's like a buy, sell, and trade kind of thing, and recommendations and that kind of thing. So once in a while, I'll see somebody say, looking for, and whatever the trade is, paver, landscaper, or paver, or contractor, or whatever it is, and they'll say, looking for a reasonable contractor or a reasonable landscaper, and I get that, I really do. But what I want to tell you guys is, definitely if you're inclined, call those people. Maybe you can help them. But just my personal experience, the ones that I've called and the ones that I've tried to deal with, they are literally looking for cheap work. And unfortunately, fortunately for me, I just won't do it. There's certain jobs that you just have to walk away from. And there have been some that I just said, here's my rate, here's what I'm going to charge for it. And people have said, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. And, of course I say, oh, is it too low? And then either goes one way or the other. But, I've had people say to me, oh, well, my brother-in-law can do this for half that, and of course you'd be nice, you'd be respectful, but half the time I want to say, well, why didn't you call your brother-in-law in the first place? Oh, because he's a hack, but there are certain guys out there that'll do good work, and if you can get that done for half of what I'm going to charge you, absolutely go do it, because I probably would too. The only problem with doing that, like let's say you're a little slow, or you want to take on some work just to kind of fill in the gaps, that's fine. But if you end up getting to be known as the guy that's super cheap, then you're going to have a hard time commanding what your rate should be. And you should figure out your rate as it is. Figure out what your expenses are, what it costs for you to live, and just kind of work backwards from there. Because the last thing you want to do is get on a job and start doing the work, and halfway through it you're like, man, I should not have taken this job. So anyway, don't work cheap. Do the best you can do, but also get what you're supposed to get, because you wouldn't go to the cheapest doctor, you wouldn't go to the cheapest lawyer, you shouldn't have the cheapest handyman or the cheapest contractor. Just, sometimes you're just not going to get the result that you want, and a lot of times you'll get a call back after the fact saying, hey, I hired this person, they didn't do a good job, can you do it for me? And you never say, no, and you don't have sour grapes or I told you so. That's just ridiculous. But so take on good work, and don't give your stuff away.